How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to tell you today about a stock that I just bought more in. I've been buying since it was $18.50 a share. Now it's up around $28, and it had a big dip yesterday, but they actually had some really good news that just came out. I want to go over this. It has a lot of potential, and I really like it. It's one of my favorite stocks right now. I've bought it 3 times now, and I'm still buying it even though it's up 50% from my initial position. Now, we'll get into it in a second, but if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I really appreciate that. Or hitting subscribe down there too. That helps out the channel a lot. If you guys want to know exactly when I buy and sell, you can check out the link down below to Patreon. They've just been killing it recently with some of our picks. We've had 3 or 4 penny stocks that have blown up over the last week. This one is one that I think can blow up too. I think this is one to hold on to, but you can definitely check out the link down below. I think we had 700 new members just yesterday, so definitely check that out if you want to check out the link to Patreon. Also, last thing, if you guys want 4 free stocks through WeBull, there's a link down there below to that too. Definitely check that out. They're running this for a little bit longer where you can get up to $3,700. They give away some other free stocks every so often too for different promotions, so check that out down below. So this article just came out, and it reminded me of a company that I've been buying. So Blockchain Bytes, JP Morgan's $146,000 Bitcoin target crypto response to U.S. Treasury's proposed wallet rule. So JP Morgan Chase just announced, and I saw a bunch of articles on this today, that they have a $146,000 Bitcoin target. I've seen this from other companies too. A lot of big banks, a lot of big institutions are saying Bitcoin's going to go up. Now, there have been some companies too that have put their money where their mouth is. I believe Square put $50 million in Bitcoin, or maybe it was $500 million, something like that, in Bitcoin this last year. We have ARK Invest, one of the most innovative, one of the most forward-thinking investment funds out there, and they say that it could go between $1 to $5 trillion as opposed to the $200 billion it's worth today. So they're saying it could 5 to 25x in the next 5 to 10 years. And this is a play that I really like, this stock, because it's got a cryptocurrency component to it, but it's not reliant on cryptocurrency. And I'll explain it. I've done a video or 2 on it before, but they just came out with more news that is super exciting. It's an update on their Bitcoin mining, so I'll hit on that in a second. But with all this, if you are interested in this, I'm investing in this as kind of a hedge play, but if you want to invest in something, or if you want to be able to get this kind of return or a good return, I've been using BlockFi. There's a link down to it below. You can sign up. I just went to the bank and wired money to my account here. I'm putting more and more money here. They have up to 8.6% interest with their BlockFi account, and basically what I'm doing is I'm using something called a stablecoin. A lot of people don't understand what this is, but it's essentially a coin tied to the US dollar, and it pays you interest, but it doesn't fluctuate, right? It doesn't fluctuate like Bitcoin and some of these other companies. So I'm using this as kind of a storage for some money that I don't need right now, but I might need months down the line. So you can check that down below. I think it's definitely something to check out, and you get a little bonus for signing up. You also get an 8.6% APY. So definitely check that out if you're interested and don't really want to put money in crypto. Andre Jick uses it, and he's shown in his videos he has something like $400,000 with BlockFi, and he works with them too. So in case you think that this company isn't well known or isn't well established, they work with some really big people that throw in a lot of money into their accounts. The company that we're talking about today is CLSK. They had a really important update, and I've been buying this one since it was $18.50. We're up about 50% on the dot. It's moving up here a little bit today. It had a down day yesterday, a nice 8% down day, and I picked up some more shares. So they have gone from a $2 to $3 stock 6 months ago up to a $30 stock. Now, for most people, that would be alarming, but they've had some really good results from what they've been doing. So if you don't know what they are in the microgrid space. So they work with different cities in a microscopic scale, so maybe like a block, right? Where they are trying to increase efficiency. And this is really important as we talk about the EV sector kind of blowing up, as we talk about new forms of energy that are going to be used. We're going to need a better way of using the electricity that we have and we need to become more efficient. So this company works on that. Now, that's not exactly what I want to hit on a lot today. I'll put the video I did on it before, like my first video where I really broke down the entire thing on the end screen. But I want to hit on something that they updated us with. So recently, they have been expanding by acquiring a Bitcoin mining company. Now, the reasoning behind this is they think that with their technology to decrease cost of energy, that they can save a lot on Bitcoin. It makes sense. It's a synergetic relationship. And that is one of the major expenses with Bitcoin mining is the energy. There's the upfront cost of the materials or of the technology, and then there's the ongoing energy cost. That's a huge part of it. They're expecting about a 28% compounded annual growth rate from 2020 to 2029. Now, they're expecting this to grow massively. They're also expecting to continue to grow very quickly. So this year they had $10 million worth of revenue. They acquired the new company, the cryptocurrency mining company, towards the end of the year. They started mining on December 10, and they just gave an update. From December 10 through the end of the year, they mined 31 Bitcoin from mining activities. Now, so far this year, just in the first 4 or 5 days, and I don't know if they do this on the weekend, I assume that they have it running all the time, they had about 4.3 Bitcoin. Now, the cost of Bitcoin is also exploding right now. So if you haven't been watching, I'll move away from CLSK. If you've not been watching, Bitcoin went up about 8% today, and it's been going up a lot just over the last couple months. I mean, even if you look on a 5-day, it's gone up roughly 15% or something since last week at this time. For the 1 month, we're up drastically. We're up 67%. On the 1 year, we're up even higher. We're up 336%. A lot of people are giving forward guidance that's going to continue to climb. And this company right now is being able to mine about 1.5 Bitcoin a day based on the couple weeks from, or the last couple weeks from last year. So let's say they only mine 1 Bitcoin a day instead of the 1.5 that they were doing before. So let's say they get 1 Bitcoin a day. That's 365 throughout the year at about $33,000, $34,000. That's a huge chunk of change for the company. Just at $34,000 per Bitcoin and at 365 a year, that's over $12 million worth of revenue. Now, that's not assuming that Bitcoin goes up. That's also not assuming it goes down, right? So I believe they sell it off right after they get it. That would make sense, and that's kind of what it sounds like they're doing. That's assuming that it doesn't go up at all. That's also assuming a 1 compared to 1.5 Bitcoin a day, and they're getting more units. So they put in an order to buy more Bitcoin mining units. And they say that as long as Bitcoin is above 6,000 per coin, they should be making a profit. That's really interesting because it would take us a lot to go down to 6,000. Not that it can't do that, but they're acquiring more miners in January. So this should only go up. Now, if they're actually able to mine, let's say that they don't increase mining at all, but they're just able to keep that 1.5 Bitcoin per day and it stays at 34,000, that would be about $19 to $20 million in revenue. They just gave an updated statement for what they're expecting in revenue for the end of the year. So they're getting grants. They're expanding in the grid side of their business. They increased their revenue expectations up from 20 million to 30 million, and they're expecting to double in the grid side of their business, and they're expecting about $10 million in Bitcoin-based revenue. This is from about a week ago. And I think this is under what they're going to do for a couple of reasons. First of all, like I said, they're expanding. Second of all, I think Bitcoin will continue to move up. There are a lot of people moving money to Bitcoin. It only takes a couple more big companies for a lot of retail investors that aren't comfortable with it now to throw money in it. So let's say Bitcoin goes up to 50,000 by the end of the year. Let's say that they're able to mine 1.5 Bitcoin a day for the rest of the year. Let's just say they mine 500 Bitcoin at $50,000. That is $25 million in revenue. They're going to beat expectations by a significant amount. If they get $20 million from their grid business, $25 million from Bitcoin, they're going to beat revenue by 50%. That would be huge. And That, of course, is assuming a couple different things, and that's assuming that, 50,000 per Bitcoin for the entire year, not accounting for the fact that's at 34,000 now. But there's a significant upside. So what I'm doing is I'm putting money in this as kind of a diversification play. I don't own Bitcoin itself, but I own this company which mines Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes up, this company should in theory go up, but they have other parts of the business that will do quite well also. So I am taking a larger and larger position in this one, and I really like it. I like that they continue to expand, continue to increase revenue guidance, and it's just really exciting. I don't see too many people talking about this one. I think it should have more coverage on it. This was just from today. So if you guys want to get this information faster, like I said, I always update my Patreon members whenever I buy and sell. So you can check that out. We're growing like crazy though. I told them that I was buying this one. I told them how much I bought and what I'm looking for from this, because again, this one's a really interesting one. If you guys want to see more background on CleanSpark, you can take a look at the video up here. If you want to see a different video on something that I made earlier today, you can definitely check out this video here. It's kind of updating you on some of the penny stocks. And if you want to check out the link down to BlockFi or WeBull or Patreon, you can check all those out down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about CleanSpark, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.